Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here. And today we're going to talk about the shutdown of Multiversus and if this has any impact at all on the future of Dead by Daylight. So if you didn't see, I believe this was January 31st that they announced that the Season 5 will be the final season for updates for Multiversus. And then it's going to go offline when Season 5 ends for the foreseeable future. And then they put out this blog post detailing all of this and saying how even as of now you can't spend any more money on the game. They're shutting it off one more season and then they are done. But what does this have to do with Dead by Daylight? Well, you see this person who's in the know from Fortnite says here, I heard about Multiversus shutting down before yesterday's rumor surfaced, and I was told that the game indeed caused the halt of DC collabs. Now, Warner Brothers' new tactic is to double down on collabs with other games again, including Fortnite. In any case, a bad day for the devs. So this is saying that the reason why you haven't seen any more DC characters go into Fortnite is because Warner Brothers was convinced they were going to make their own universe of games, keep all their characters for their games, and not do collabs with other games. But now this is all reversed with Multiversus shutting down. It sounds like it's open season to get their characters in other games now. So could any of these characters come over to Dead by Daylight? Well, let's go ahead and look at the roster just of Multiversus. Obviously, they own more characters that did not appear in Multiversus, which we'll talk about more of those. But if we're looking just at the Multiversus roster here, well, I think we can rule out like Teen Titans, Adventure Time, Wonder Woman, Powerpuff Girls. Beetlejuice is an interesting choice. I think there is an actual possibility that we could see Beetlejuice in Dead by Daylight. Samurai Jack, no. Matrix, no. Joker, I don't think you could get it, but I think Joker and Harley Quinn, I think Harley's in here somewhere too. Joker and Harley would be amazing. Joker as a skin for the Trickster where he's throwing playing cards. I think that would be an incredible get. I don't think DC is interested, but man, if you could get that, that would be a coup to bring to Dead by Daylight. We've already seen that they can do alternate audio for characters like Miss Fuchi for Junji Ito. So if we had a laughing maniacal Joker voice here in DBD as a skin for Trickster, I think that would be great. Jason, I mean, we obviously think that Jason is already coming, but it's kind of funny that like Jason got put in Multiversus like last May, and then he's going to probably be gone before we ever even see him in Dead by Daylight. But I do believe that the gears are already turning to get Jason in Dead by Daylight. We'll see what happens there. Probably not Looney Tunes. Gremlins is another interesting option. I could see Gremlins coming to DBD. Now that Chucky's in DBD, the kind of campy stuff is definitely on the table, and I think Gremlins could have a place in DBD, Gremlins and Stripe. And I think that's about it. Oh, well, the Scooby-Doo gang. People have wanted the Scooby-Doo gang forever. I just don't think that the villains for a chapter are that exciting. Maybe they don't need to be that exciting, but everybody would want the Mystery Inc. gang for sure. And what's up, Doc? No, I don't think so. There's Shaggy. Steven Universe, Tom and Jerry. No, I think that's about it. But Harley and Joker, if you could get them, that would be incredible. So, what else? Let's look at some of these concepts here. So there's people who have made fan concepts. Let's go over the ones that I think are probably the most obtainable from the Multiversus roster. This person put together a Gremlins fan-made chapter concept, Mechanic Just. This is pretty interesting. I don't know, it doesn't have to go exactly like this. I'm not going to read through it. You can pause the video and see if you can read that text. It's kind of tiny on the screen. I don't know if you'll be able to read it. But they did put together a fan chapter here for Stripe, the gremlin from Kingston Falls with his daunting claws. And obviously he'd be short. It would be probably the same model as Chucky, right? You would go off of the Chucky model to make a small character in the third person to chase down survivors. And they even went as far as to make a concept for the different cosmetics that you could have here for the Mohawk, the Brain, the Daffy, Burglar Gremlin, Santa Stripe, Flasher Gremlin, Melted Stripe, Winter Getup, and where's Greta, though? Somebody pointed out in the comments, you forgot all about Greta the Gremlin. Popcorn bucket hat, 3D glasses hat, propeller hat. I like this a lot. I think this concept actually has legs. I don't know. What do you think? You like, please no, Gremlins. Let me know what you think. And then after that, somebody else here, Pasta Couch, made a concept for Beetlejuice. I think Beetlejuice has an outside chance of getting in too. I mean, obviously now that the Beetlejuice sequel is out, we kind of have missed the window for what would have been the ultimate hype for a Beetlejuice chapter. But they put this together with their concept for Beetlejuice. It's showtime. I like that for the name of one of the perks. That's pretty cool here. But yeah, that's a neat one. They even went so far as to make a concept for Lydia as a survivor for that chapter too. Oh no, this is somebody else. I'm sorry. Pasta Couch did the Beetlejuice, and 123 Sora did Lydia Dietz here for her perk, 6 cents in the dark. Daylight come and me want to go home. I like that. I could get behind that kind of a chapter. So then if we start looking at other properties outside, oh, sorry, we're going to do Scooby-Doo first. Scooby-Doo. Gosh, Aquatic Citizen. Aquatic Citizen went pretty deep on this here with Shaggy as the base survivor and the killer would be Captain Cutler. I think you could really just generically put in a lot of the different Scooby-Doo villains and swap them in and out, and they could all use the same base if you could figure out what power they would be. I'm not sure how appealing the killers would be. I think everybody just wants the Mystery Incorporated gang here, but they chose Captain Cutler here for this. And then we have Shaggy's power perks here with Switcheroo, Secret Door, and Meddling. You meddling kids, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. And then I don't think like you would do these very rare concepts, Scooby-Doo, Shaggy. I could see legendaries where you could swap in all of the different characters with Fred, Velma, Daphne. I don't know how you tackle Scooby with that exactly. And then they have their Captain Cutler design for the killer here with Captain Cutler's powers and perks. And then they had even, I think, some other concepts for Captain Cutler with the spooky space kook here as the legendary. I think that's where you would want to lean, is just put in those, whether it's the Creeper, you know, all the different villains for Scooby-Doo, and just put them all in as skins that all have the same purpose. I don't know. I don't think Warner Brothers is looking to have all their mystery solving kids put on hooks and murdered in our video game. I know a lot of people want it, but I just feel like Warner Brothers is like, nah. But Charlie the Robot, the Ghost Clown, Black Knight, like these would all be just legendaries that you could just dress up the whatever this generic villain would be. I think that has legs, but I don't know. I just don't think that it could happen. But thank you to Aquatic Citizen for coming up with that. Now, if we're talking about ideas that aren't in Multiversus that Warner Brothers owns, then we would be diving into the area of The Conjuring. The Conjuring is obviously one of the hugest licenses that is on the board. Don't know why Dead by Daylight hasn't delved into this. I don't know if it is because of the connection to religion, if that they've just decided to stay away from that. Also, Ed and Lorraine Warren are real people in real life, and that's could be problematic too. They are not without controversy themselves, so I don't know if that's part of the reason. But Conjuring would be the Warrens and Valak the Nun, Annabelle, La Llorona. All of that is in the Conjuring universe here. This person here, JSL99, came up with their concept for Valak the Nun, and they actually incorporate Annabelle into this. So that's their idea for a Conjuring with these perks here. Okay, so as I said, I'm not going to read through all of these fan concepts. You can pause the video and read through it if you want to. I realized I cut off the bottom here in case somebody is going to be like, I wanted to read all that. I cut off the bottom, so there I have realigned that. And is this the same person here? No. Pug Dude Studios came up with a survivor concept for Ed Warren, who again was a real person. So I don't know if that becomes problematic. with these perks: Lorraine's Eye, Divine Savior, and Sanctification. If you're going to make Ed, you would want to make Lorraine both, I think. But I don't know, again, how Dead by Daylight feels about this whole Conjuring universe. I don't know if it's that they don't want to get it or that they can't get it. I'm not sure. But Conjuring has a lot of different components to it. Somebody even said if they did ever get the Conjuring, it would be a no-brainer for them to make a Crooked Man skin for the Unknown. And I completely agree with that. You would just like reskin the Unknown as the Crooked Man and give them the umbrella as a weapon there with the hat. I think that would be an excellent no-brainer. Mr. Madness came up with that. And then somebody else came up with a concept. Mr. Mexico came up with a concept for La Llorona. I don't know if they would make this into their own chapter character or if this would just be like a skin for the nurse. Not sure. So here is their La Llorona concept. They call her the Weeper with the mother's tears. Oh, is there a second page to this? Mother's tears. Oh. Fools around the Weeper. Okay, they even went so far as to like animate this. This is crazy. Wild. That is wild. That's very in-depth. Well done. Bravo. Bravo on that one. Okay, and probably one of the most iconic horror movies that kicked off the modern day horror films would be The Exorcist from 1973. This comes from The Gamer, who put together an article of the top 8 killers that we need in DBDs. This is rather old. Some of them are already in here. They have the alien xenomorph is in here. But at number 1 on their list was Pazuzu, the demon that possesses the child Reagan in the classic horror film The Exorcist. Pazuzu is a truly frightening being to behold, with its uncannily human features feeding into the pattern of pareidolia that people suffer in the dark. It becomes hard to not see this face everywhere. The ability to possess people is an idea currently not explored by any of the current killers in DBD's roster, making Pazuzu a brilliant horror icon to create a new niche and playstyle that really leans into the horror theming of this game. Okay, I don't know how they could come up with that design. I don't know how interesting it would be for the killer to possess survivors and then, like, is that survivor just not able to play because they're possessed? I don't know how all of that would work. But you could have just Reagan possessed running around spewing pea soup on people and hitting them. It'd be kind of like a combo between the Plague and Onryo, I guess. I don't know. But again, this brings up that religious theme, so I don't know how invested behavior would be in that kind of an idea. I'm not really sure. Maybe I should just press Matthew on that in a future interview and ask him, like, what's the deal with religious themes? I don't know. But we could also have the father as a survivor from The Exorcist. And then going on from there, other Warner Brothers properties they own would probably be Sam from Trick or Treat. This concept from Key of the Dead. They came up with this for the spirit of Halloween for Sam, with 3 Hex, Trick, Treat, and Strong Spirit perks. Again, now that we have Chucky, you know, smaller characters can definitely come into the game, whether it's Leprechaun, Annabelle, Sam from Trick or Treat, Stripe from Gremlins. These should all be ideas on the table. If you've gone through modeling a smaller character, you should be able to build on that using the same framework and then building from there. But anyway, I just wanted to explore this idea of what we could get if Warner Brothers is, as this Fortnite person says, Fortnite leaker says, that Warner Brothers' new tactic is going to be to double down on collabs with other games. So at the very least, you can expect to see more DC characters in Fortnite, but I would like to see more Warner Brothers properties in Dead by Daylight 2. So what do you think about all this? Are there any that I have missed that you're like, Paulie, you totally forgot about this property that Warner Brothers owns? Let me know what that would be to explore more discussion on that. I'd love to hear what you all think about any ideas I've missed or any of the ideas that I have covered of these, which would be the most appealing to you. But at any rate, I think that it's exciting that Warner Brothers is willing to listen to other partners to bring their characters to collaborative video game adventures instead of just keeping all their characters for themselves. But that's all I have to show you today. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate the time you spend here with me on my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps the channel a ton. And don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.